Okay, here's one for you. Customers don't make sales. Salespeople make sales. Okay, you and your organization is either going to make or break the sale. Just like I said, customers don't stop sales, salespeople stop sales. Understand that customers don't make sales, it's impossible. Somebody can't just buy something. That salesperson makes that sale happen or not happen. It is the salesperson's job, the organization's job, management's job to make the sale, and it is the salesperson's job to create the trust. This is about trust again. Whether or not the sales happen is entirely up to who? You, never them. So in order to make sales, you have to understand the mind of the customer. If you don't recognize how buyers think, what caused them to respond, what caused them to act, you'll be unable to take full responsibility and will never truly reach your potential. When you step into this arena, you're now in the business of handling people, not just selling products. People are run by their minds. Okay, look, you want to study about the mind, understand the mind, you understand people. Most salespeople tend to blame their customers when sales are down, but they don't usually do so to the customer's face. It's an interesting phenomenon. Oh, that guy's cheap. Why don't you say it to his face if you feel good about it? Okay? It's not going to get you any business, and it's crazy to do it, and it's not going to work, but it's also crazy to talk behind his back and say he's cheap because you're passing on responsibility to them, and the truth is you're responsible. See, he can't make a decision, the salesperson tells his coworker. He doesn't know what he wants. He wants more than he can afford. He's just wasting my time, on and on and on. I never tolerate this kind of talk, man, and you shouldn't either. I would never tolerate this kind of talk in my organization. If we can't sell him, it's our fault. I don't care what he said, how ridiculous it is, how low the offer was. Because when you turn responsibility over to another person, okay, it's an indication of a very low level of responsibility. And low responsibility equals very low levels of production. People don't buy at some point. And I'm not talking about just selling. I'm talking about your whole life, okay? I would rather cause a car wreck than have one happen to me, all right? People don't buy because at some point you didn't assume enough responsibility for the selling and also didn't assume enough responsibility for the buying. See, you want to take responsibility for both, not one or the other. Do you understand what I'm saying? I don't take responsibility for the selling. I take responsibility for the selling and the buying. One time, for instance, I'll give you an example. I'm working in a retail furniture store, one of my first jobs out of college. And this guy comes in and says, look, I'm not buying anything today. And I looked at him and replied, sir, if you don't buy today, it'd be my fault, not yours. He looked at me with a grin and said, hey, that's good, that's good. I filled his whole house with furniture. In about 2 hours, I had done the whole house. Same person told me, I'm not buying anything today. I took responsibility for the selling and the buying. Look, I'll take responsibility for the managing of the transaction if I have to. I'll take responsibility for getting his financing, and it's not even my job. I'll take responsibility for the executive level decisions if it's necessary in order for me to get the job done. What I'm saying to you is this, don't think about just your role. Think about getting the job done, whatever it takes. Also understand that he was saying, I'm not buying today, is reactive. It is a reactive response from his mind. He would do it with anybody that walked up to him. He would do it in any retail environment he walked in, and it's probably not even him talking. You've done it before. You ever walk in someplace? I'm not buying anything. Leave me alone. And the truth is you needed help, and you'd buy if it was the right product. See, the only thing the buyer should have to do when they come to your company or when you assist them, the only thing they should have to do is give you money. The buyer who states, I'm not buying today, or whatever the stall is indicating a lack of trust of either the salesperson or the ability to make a good decision. So it's vital that you understand, while the buyer is wary of you, salespeople, maybe the company, he also has a distrust, if you will, of his own ability to make a good decision. I'm not saying that's the case. I'm saying that's the possibility. These points must be understood by you. You must be understanding of the customer that communicates distrust. And at this point, you can endear trust, get credibility once you have an understanding. When someone meets you and you sense there's distrust, hey, look, you're probably right on. Know that it doesn't have anything to do with you personally. You haven't even said anything yet. Perhaps the blue shirt I'm wearing caused you to distrust me. I don't know what happened. Maybe you had a bad experience on the way over here. Maybe you had a bad experience with salespeople before. Maybe you ripped somebody off before and you don't want to trust anybody else. I don't know. I just know this. It's obvious you don't trust me. I need to engender the trust. You can't sell people if they don't trust you. Okay? Trust means reliance in. Reliance, the integrity, the strength, ability, surety. You know, I can rely on your integrity, strength, ability, surety of a person or a thing. It means confidence. It's confident, expectation of something. Hope. I trust. I hope something's going to happen is a form of trust. Confidence in the certainty of a future payment for property or goods received. I lend you money, I trust you're going to pay me back. Trust. Reliance on the integrity, strength, ability, surety of a person or thing. See, that's what you have to get. You have to get people confident in you. You can't get that disagreeing. You can't get it arguing. You cannot get it by insisting they do certain things, okay? So we have to build trust. Management, salespeople, okay? Look at the ways you can start building trust. When you see it, handle it. It's your job. Not just to sell your product, but to help them buy the product. Take responsibility for both roles and you'll see your trust go up.